You. Welcome to another episode of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I'm only hitting y'all on the head with this episode because I remember my last episode being a little intense. I got on there and got hyped. I got on there and aired a lot of grievances, and I felt the kind of way, and I'm not apologizing for any of that because I felt it and it was real, so I'm not going to apologize for how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because you're allowed to have feelings. All right? I seen a comment today that said, your mental health is more important than their feelings. And I even said something about it on the other podcast that I co-host. So I just want to get into a deeper dive on that. Your mental health is more important than their feelings. The reason I got on here and I talked about them people in those last episodes is for my mental health. People get to unload all the time. People catch strays all the time. As a matter of fact, let's just talk about another time, and I could tie this to both. I could tie this to the last episode, and I'm gonna tie this to this same thing, the sticks and stones thing. I remember telling someone that I'm no longer friends with. I remember telling him that he made the worst decision of his life by fully committing to the woman that is his child's mom currently. I told him nobody should ever make you isolate yourself from the things you love to do or the people you feel like you love the most. He called me a piece of shit. He was fake ready to fight me, all this dumbass shit. But the nigga's a sucker for real. And I hate to say that because, I'm not tough. I'm not the tough guy. I'm not big aggressive. No. If y'all know who I am, if y'all really know me, y'all know I might have good days, I might have bad days, but I'm not big tough. I'm not walking around on no type shit. I'm not walking around wanting to put a hand on a soul, nothing malicious. I'm not looking around trying to scheme. I'm not looking around on no aggressive shit. You know what I'm aggressive about? I'm aggressive about my vices. And I'm aggressive about trying to better myself. Even if it doesn't look like I'm being aggressive about it from a distance, I know what I need to do. And the hardest part about that is getting distracted by other things. And that's why. No, let's backtrack. So I told that nigga that. I told homeboy that, whatever. I know I'm saying nigga, whatever. Y'all just got to deal with the nigga today. But I told homeboy that, and homeboy did not like me for it. And he didn't talk to me, but he talked to everybody else about it. Like, for what, nigga? If you was a man, you could have came to me, right? After I said that, I'm like, bro, you ain't had to say that about my girl. Da-da-da-da. But no, nigga, I had to say that about your girl. We fast forward a few years later, I was right about the shit. I don't care what nobody say. And his family agrees with me. So he ain't got to like me no more. Niggas ain't got to like me, but niggas got to respect that somebody had to say what needed to be said. Sometimes it's hard being that person that say the shit that need to be said. Like, that shit might hurt somebody's feelings, but you said what you need to say to get it off your chest. I'm like, look, if I I personally felt like if I held on to that information longer than I needed to, then I wasn't being a good friend. I was being a fake friend, and I wasn't being real. And as a real motherfucker, I'm sorry, or whatever my definition of real is, because everybody has a different definition of real too. Let's not get that confused. But the definition of real that I felt like I was being might not have came across to him the right way. And my delivery, I'm not going to lie to y'all, my delivery when I told him that was so wrong. My delivery was terrible. I had a bad day, and I definitely unloaded some of the force and the I had a bad tone about what I said. What I said wasn't wrong, but my tone was wrong. That goes back to sticks and stones. You know what I'm saying? Words hurt. That go back to it. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect. I say shit all the time that might rub motherfuckers the wrong way. Such is life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be perfect every day. You're not going to do the right thing every day. All you can do is try and try and strive for a level that you can be happy with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way I can say it so it don't feel like I'm just out here rambling. But again, this episode is probably going to be shorter than the last few. Your mental health is more important than their feelings. So if you have to draw a line in the sand and say, all right, this is where the buck stops. Or all right, I choose me first. Or all right, I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I need some time to myself. Like, it all ties into the last two episodes, for real, for real. You are your own star player. Sticks and stones, brick. You know what I'm saying? So this is all tying in. You feel me? I don't want you to feel bad for choosing you first. A lot of people feel bad for choosing themselves first when they got kids and family that they live with, and situations that may seem like other people are counting on you or depending on you. You know, when you start really thriving, like, or really feeling alive, when you take a risk, that's your risk. Nobody else had nothing to do with. Like, that's when it's real. Like, that's when you get that inner, and that's when you get the proper inner fulfillment, which can lead to, like, the outward positivity that you give to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's hard to have, like, the sad part is, and like I said, I was talking to Erica about it, and she was basically like, it's hard to place your mental health in front of other people's feelings when that could give off the impression that you're selfish. You know what I'm saying? That can give off selfish vibes. But my rebuttal to that is you got to be selfish. Because if you're not selfish with your mind and how your mind process things, then you'll be living for other people. The second you start living for other people, it's going to make you feel worse. You'll get more depressed. I promise you. I dedicated a week of my life to somebody once upon a time, involuntarily, because I thought I was going to get properly paid. They didn't pay me. It changed my view on the world. Especially them. Like, it changed my view on the world and them. Like, nigga, you helped me up for a week. I could have been doing what I had to do that week. Nah. I ran behind your motherfucking ass for that week. And now I look goofy. You done dicked me out of bread that I could have made. Like, I could have been doing my own thing. You made money and didn't even want to break me down. You want to act like because you took me to the club that you was doing something for me, that you smoked some weed with me. No. You pop bottle. Nigga, I don't drink. Someone's like, man, we was in the club, we popping bottles. Nigga, I don't drink. I've had moments where I drink, but I don't drink enough to be like, oh, well, you did pop a bottle with me in the club. No. And people suffer too. Don't think because people have got over on you that they not going to suffer down the line. Or that they not going to feel it somewhere down the line. They definitely feel it somewhere. So I need y'all to know that for y'all sanity, y'all safety, mental security. Like I said, this is a shorter episode than the usuals. I've been giving y'all. And I don't know if y'all really press for all that I've been giving y'all, but I feel like it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to know, like, it's not being selfish every time. Like, every time you choose you, it's not being selfish. Your mental health is more important than their feelings. I could bring up a lot of examples. Like, your mental, like, you don't want nobody playing. You don't want to be doubting yourself because you make somebody else feel good. Now you doubting how you move. Like, nah. That ain't how it works. That is not how it works, Jack. All right? So, I want y'all to take the time to put yourself first and to not beat yourself up about putting yourself first. If you need to take time away from people, places, things, what have you, do that because it's going to make everything better when you do that. I can give y'all another time. This was a long time ago. This was over 10 years ago. I was talking about it. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. I remember I had a group of friends. At the time, I'm the only one with the car. These motherfuckers had me go to the same place like 4 times. Mind you, I hate driving. I realized I hated driving a long time ago. Like 15 years ago. I realized I hated driving. Like 14 years ago, I realized I really hate driving. But you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It's something you gotta do. And I got pulled in like 3 different directions. And someone's like, yeah, man, you trying to I give you some gas money, bruh. That be the kicker. Like, I'm glad gas is as high as it is now. And I hate to say it like that, but I'm glad that gas is where it is now because people can't hit you with I got gas money for you as an incentive. Motherfuckers say, I got gas money for you. You can tell them, kiss your ass. Because the time and effort and energy is worth way more than some motherfucking gas money. Y'all, you feel me? Like, that's a way of choosing yourself first. But I didn't. Took the gas money. I had to drive all the way around Robin Hood's barn. 3 different times. I felt like I was a fucking Mario Kart racer. And at the end of the day, I missed out on something. I don't know what opportunity I missed out on. But I definitely missed out on something. And it pissed me off to the highest pistivity. And you know what I told them niggas? I need a week. Don't call me for a week. Don't talk to me for a week. And they laughed. Oh, ha, 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 ha. He's just joking. He playing, ha. Day 3 rolled around. And they was like, damn, where the fuck he at? Day 5 rolled around and they was pissed. But by day 8, I was back and happy. That's putting your mental health in front of other people's feelings. Because that wasted time is B.S. You feel me? It's just something for y'all to stay privy on, man. Like, I've cut off relationships. I've cut off friendships. I've cut off a lot of things because my time was wasted. And time is the only thing you don't get back. You can replace money. You can't replace time, and you can't replace people. That's why I always preach the whole, there's nobody on this earth like you. The world would be devastated if we lost you. And because I preach it, and I'm not saying that shit to be, I'm not saying it to be cliche at all. I'm saying it because it's the fact. It's a fact. Like, nigga, sorry. I know I'm niggering a lot. Look here, if you pass away, this world ain't going to be the same. I can say this every single episode until y'all get it. You are a very important person. You are very valuable to the ecosystem that you are in. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are extremely important, and you are extremely valuable to whatever ecosystem you're in. Trust me, if you was to pass away, the world shifts differently. People will be devastated. People will be hurt. It's somebody who's going to be like, damn, I miss you every day. It's not a day that to go by that I don't think about you. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. I'm not telling y'all nothing wrong. Just trust me. Like, so that's why while you're alive and you're functioning and everything, you don't need nobody. You're not dependent on anyone or anything. You have to make sure your mental health is as in tuned or as aligned as it could possibly be. All right? Your mental health is more important than their feelings. I don't care who the person is. Because if your mental health is not right, you can't help anyone else. You got to be able to figure out ways, find ways, and have ways to help yourself in order to be able to do the things for others. You can't even properly love yourself if you don't know how to do certain things for yourself. You ain't going to know how to properly love yourself. And then guess what? That leads to you not properly knowing how to love others, which leads to a lot of things that you might not know it leads to. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, like substance abuse. Like, for real, like, y'all, like, I'm telling y'all, once you create the proper mental fortitude and you develop the proper emotional intelligence, you could take on anything, any problem. You'll be able to take deep breaths and go through any problem. Like, please, if y'all don't do nothing right, if y'all don't listen to nothing I'm saying, drink as much water as you can, take as many deep breaths as you can, and find ways to calm yourself down and use them. I don't have the proper notes in front of me at the moment, so I can't give you the proper game that I want to give you. But I definitely felt like I had to preach that your mental health is more important than their feelings. All right, I saw it earlier, and I had to, just give y'all some quick words on it. I ain't got much else left. I just felt like I just didn't want sticks and stones to be the one that just hung out there like that, because, yeah. And I love my mom, y'all. I don't want y'all to be like I hate her or that. I don't hate my mother. I love my mother. My mother cool as shit. I don't hate my ex. I think she's one of the greatest people on earth. It's just fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. She shouldn't have cut me off the way she did. So fuck her. And I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Had she not did it the way she did it, I wouldn't even have these feelings. I would be cool with the junk. I would be cool with her. I would be able to have real conversations with her had she had a real conversation with me on internet. I am cool with my exes. I've said it in other episodes before. I'm cool with my exes. Like, nigga, I don't have beef with my exes at all. So if I don't have beef with a lot of people, period, at all. So if I'm beefing with you, you did it. I didn't do it. If I'm beefing with you, you did it. Now, if you beefing with me, I probably did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a beef with me or a bone pick with me, it's something that you feel like I probably did that affected you. I got niggas that's mad at me about some shit that I ain't even do to them. I did something to somebody else and niggas hated on me for that. My car got stolen because somebody else hated on me for something that I did to somebody else. Like, real shit. Niggas have stole my tags and Dre rolled all through the DC area, racking up tickets, all kind of shit that people try to deem me for because something that somebody else did. They was in their feelings enough about somebody else. Like, so they wasn't even in tune with they self enough. They so trumped up off having emotions about me, about what I did to someone else. So that's what I'm saying. Your mental health is more important than their feelings. Fuck all of them. I know, I turned up. But yeah, like, nah, it's the truth though. Like, your mental health is more important than their feelings. If you're listening to this, please don't forget the message. Your mental health is more important than their feelings. Like, people will try to minimize what you got going on because it's not what they got going on. I don't feel like that's fair. I feel like, nigga, what you eat don't make me shit, and what I eat don't make you shit. You feel me? So we should have a general respect on how each other's doing what each other is doing without shitting on each other, without minimizing each other, any of that. There should be a mutual respect. That's what friends do. That's what real friends do. That's what real family do. That's what real associates do. Motherfuckers don't go behind each other back doing all this bickering, dumbass shit that motherfuckers do. You feel me? And mind y'all, my episode, that Sticks and Stones episode, I talked to both of them people about themselves. All right? I talked to my ex about herself. I talked to my mom about herself. So I don't want y'all to get the impression that I just went on here and I'm spilling shit to the black screen and I ain't talked to people directly about the shit. No, I addressed all that shit head on. It's okay not to be okay until you're okay again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to be clear, because if anyone's following all these episodes, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, damn, he's just venting. No. This isn't just about me venting. Yeah, I vent in the process. This is about instructions. Figure out what you got to do upstairs so you don't have to lash out everywhere else. Figure out what's going on in your mind so you don't have to do dumb shit with your body. And then people looking at you wild because you done motherfucking shot up some shit, beat up some shit, ran up some shit, robbed up some shit. Like, these are like, nah, figure it out, because there's ways to be successful without hurting other people. There's ways to elevate yourself without it being at the expense of others. But remember, you are your star player. I don't forget to tell you that shit. Like, I'm the star player of my team. I got a great supporting cast, but I'm the starting player of my shit. So I got to move however I see fit. I might not even agree with the person I'm probably about to spend the most time with on how to do certain shit, but I'm not going to shit on them about how they doing that shit, because their mental health is more important than my feelings. Fuck how I feel about that shit. That shit's feelings. If they confident in how they moving and what they need to do, I need to be behind them 100% supporting. That's what this is all about. This is why I made this jump. This is why this motherfucking joint is it. Time out. I know y'all probably like, damn, he ain't making the episode 12 without talking all rabbit. But it's the truth. Like, I need y'all to understand and appreciate your value. You're worth something. You are worth something. I remember going through my love, and I hate to call it love because I don't want to minimize it, but I remember going through I need to find some self-help, some self-motivation things to listen to and to absorb and digest or what have you. And a lot of people really just be talking about what's going on in their life. So I had to take the bait. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no instructions for y'all on this episode. I ain't got no keys to nothing. I just want y'all to understand that you got to really be for you. I ain't saying be only for you, but you got to take that time in order to make sure you got whatever you got going on figured out or on its way to being figured out. And I promise y'all, everything else is going to fall in line how it needs to fall in line. Now, I'm about 7 minutes over the time I thought I was going to be. So, in closing, guys, I need you all to know to find ways to try and take care of your mental health. Take some deep breaths. Do some exercising if you need to. Google some shit. A lot of shit cheat code. A lot of shit I kicked to y'all. I've Googled the shit. And I was like, I'm going to just get these people some shit to think about. Because guess what? I'm listening to it too. So I'm not just giving the people some shit to think about. I'm giving me some shit to think about too. So let's give us all some things to think about. Let's give us all some guidelines on either ways to move or how to move or steps you could use in order to move successfully and all of that jazz. All that jazz. You know what I'm talking about? All that jazz. So, in closing, I just want y'all to know that I care a lot about what are y'all, I care about what y'all taking in. I care about what I'm giving y'all on here to take in. I really do. And I felt like that. I leaving that last episode the way it was for so long might not have been in the best taste, but it was how I felt. And I feel like y'all could relate to that. People might say some things to y'all that y'all don't agree with. It's key to master your thoughts and emotions. And it's also key to iron out what's going on with yourself mentally so you can separate your feelings from what's really going on. Feelings and reality are two different things. They're on two separate wings, two separate avenues. That quote came from Eli. Directly. Feelings and reality are two different things. They're on two separate wings, on two different avenues. And your mental health is way, way, way more important than their feelings. This is another episode of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Okay. Okay.